this video, we're going to be multiplying fractions using a model. So previously, when we've multiplied fractions, it's always been with whole numbers. So we've said like 3/4 times 4, and we've done some models. So you've done your circle model where you circle 3/4 of it. We've done our pi model where you color in 3/4 4 times. And we've done our number line where you're jumping 3/4 4 times. But now we're going to say 3/4 times 1/4 using a grid model that kind of looks like our hundreds chart, but doesn't have 100 boxes. So let's go ahead and dive into that. Meet me on this very first problem. It says 1/2 times 2/3. And as you can see, I've already drawn your boxes for you on the majority of these, because I think it's very helpful, especially in the beginning. You're going to want two light colors. Today, I am going to choose, let's do pink. Actually, I think I might do a highlighter. That might help. We might do highlighters today. We'll try pink and maybe a yellow, but we'll switch to highlighter if we need to. So I've got my two colored pencils here. We got a pink and a yellow. I'm going to decide that the pink is the 1/2 and the yellow is going to be the 2/3. So if I look up here, I see there is one box here and one box here. So this rectangle here is split into halves. This is 1/2. This is 1/2. And I know with the pink, I want to color 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and color in 1/2. Now let's look at our 2/3. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 this way. So this box has been split into thirds this way. 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. And we know we want to color 2/3. So we're going to color 1, 2/3. So the way we find our answer is we are going to count the total number of boxes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. So 6 is going to be our denominator because there are 6 total. And we want to find out how many boxes are colored with both colors. So as you can see, this box is colored with both colors, and this box is colored with both colors. So we have 2 boxes out of the 6 boxes that are colored with both colors. So if you multiply 1/2 times 2/3, you're going to get 2/6. Now we know we can divide that by 2 to simplify. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Just as a reminder, anything you do to the denominator, you also have to do to the numerator. So if I divide the 6 by 2, I have to divide the 2 by 2. So we know there is 1/3 of the boxes colored. Let's move on and try another one before you dive in on your own. Let's go across to this 3/5 times 3/4. There's a lot more boxes in this one, so let's break it down. Let's use the pink for the 3/5. We have to decide which side of this rectangle here is showing 3/5. So as I can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. That's not what I'm looking for. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. So I know this is 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, and 1/5. When we get later on, you're not going to have to label every column, but I think it's helpful in this way. So go ahead and label those columns. Remember, you can pause the video if you need to. So if we look back, we know we want to color 3/5. So I'm going to color 1, 2, 3/5. Now I know we want to color 3/4 yellow. We know this side is fourths, so this is 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. And we want to color 3/4 of that. So we're going to color 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Looks good, looks good. Make sure yours matches mine. Now let's figure out how many boxes we have total. I know there's 5 across the top and 4 down the side, so that tells me there's 20 boxes because 5 times 4 is 20. You could count them individually, or you can just multiply your two denominators. Now let's count how many on the inside are colored with both colors. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them are colored with both colors. So my answer is going to be 9/20ths. I'm looking at that 9/20ths, and I want to decide if I can simplify it. Whenever you try to simplify, you always start with 2. 9 can't be divided by 2, so we can't do that. Then we're going to move on to 3. 20 can't be divided by 3. Can't do that. Then I'm going to say 4. 9 can't be divided by 4, and I'm thinking about my next numbers, and 9 can't be divided by anything else until I get to 9, and 20 can't be divided by 9. So it can't be simplified. Let's move on back to this side, down to your next problem. We've got 3/5 times 2/5. 3/5 times 2/5. So I'm going to make my 3/5 pink and my 2/5 yellow. Now let's take a look at this box here. I know 5 is my only denominator. So this is 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5. And this is 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, and 1/5. So because it's all 1/5, it really doesn't matter where you start, which one's pink, which one's yellow, which direction. But I'm going to make my columns the up and down pink. So we're going to color 3/5 up and down. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. And then we're going to switch to yellow, and we're going to color our 2/5 yellow. 1, 2. Looks great, looks great. Now let's find our denominator. Oh, I just realized that's only 4 across the top. Go ahead and change this problem to say 3/4, and we're going to change those up there to say 4ths. This is why we use pencil. 4th, 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 4th. So we colored 3/4 times 2/5. It's all good. Sometimes making boxes is hard. So we colored 3/4 times 2/5. I know there's 4 across and 5 down, and 4 times 5 is 20. Looking good, looking good. Now we're going to count and see how many of our circles are colored, or how many of our boxes are colored twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 boxes are colored twice. So my answer is 6/20. Again, I'm going to look at that and be like, I can divide that by 2. So let's go ahead and divide by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 20 divided by 2 is 10. That's as simple as we can go. 3/10 is your answer. I want you to try this next one, actually. I want you to try this next one. This 5/6 times 1/3. 5/6 times 1/3. Go ahead and try that one out on your own. Make sure you're labeling your 1/5 and your 1/3 columns and rows. For this one, you should have started out labeling. We've got 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. There's actually 3 there. 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's actually 6 there. That's great. I'm going to label my 5/6 with pink and my 1/3 with yellow, and let's start coloring. I know I want 5/6, so I'm going to color in 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a look at your work. Make sure it matches mine so far. If it does, that's great. Let's go ahead and color in our 1/3. Yours should look pretty much just like that. Now let's see if you found your denominator correctly. You should have multiplied your denominators 6 times 3 because there are 6 boxes across the top and 3 boxes down. So if we counted all those boxes, we would get 18 boxes. Now we have to count how many boxes are colored twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 boxes colored twice. 5/18 can't be simplified. So as long as you got that same answer, pat yourself on the back because you got it correct. I want you to try one more on your own before we dive into our comparisons. All right, this is the last problem where we are coloring. Go ahead and try it out. It is 2/3 times 3/4. Make sure you label your columns and rows. First thing you should have done is label your columns and rows. Your columns are 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. And your rows are 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4, and 1/4. We're going to make our 2/3 pink and our 3/4 yellow. So 2/3. I know my thirds are columns, so we're going to color 2 columns. 1, 2. 2/3 of that is colored. And my 3/4 is yellow, so we're going to color 3 rows. 1, 2, 3 rows. Absolutely beautiful. Now we're going to count and see how many boxes we have. I know I've got 3 boxes times 4 boxes. So that is 12 boxes. Let's count how many are colored twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6/12. Now 6/12 is one of those fractions you should probably recognize as being 1/2 because you know that 6 is half of 12 because 6 times 2 is 12. So if you divide by 6, we're going to get 1/2 is our final answer. If you got 6/12, that's okay. Just try to remember to simplify, but 1/2 is your correct answer. Let's go ahead and look at our comparisons. Remember to pause the video or rewind it if you need to. 5/6 times 2/3. Is that going to be greater than or less than 2/3? Let's take a look at this problem over here. 2/3 times 3/4. As you can see, 3/4 is bigger than 2/3. And we got an answer that was in between the two. I wonder if that's something that always happens. Let's take a look at some of our other problems. Here we had 3/4 times 2/5, and we got 3/10. This answer is smaller than both of those. Here we have 1/2 times 2/3, and we got an answer that was right in the middle. Here we've got 3/5 times 3/4. Kind of hard to compare some of these because they're not simplified. Let's go back down and look at, my computer froze. Hold on just a second. We are actually going to go ahead and stop here for notes today. We are not going to do that last box, but that's totally fine. As long as you understand how to color it, that last box will make sense once we start doing that standard algorithm tomorrow. So go ahead and glue these into your notebook and go ahead and get started on your classwork.